No company is immune from the impact of the recession, not even the one-time darling of Wall Street, Starbucks.
After 37 years of growth, Starbucks is struggling to put the mo back in its joke.
The #1 threat facing America, Starbucks.
Going for a cup of coffee and they want you to buy a sandwich and a book and a DVD.
In a memo to his top executives, Howard Schultz admitted changes have led to a dilution of the experience and a loss of the romance and theater of Starbucks, opening the door to competitors. This must be eradicated.
Yesterday, it was concluded that I would be coming back as Chief Executive Officer.
I can see the light. I know what we have to do. We have to show up. We have to do the work. And what doing the work means is that we have to find answers to tough problems. I apologize if anyone in this room feels that we have fractured the culture and values of the company by what has happened over the last few weeks. It's a decision that we had to make. Together, we have to turn this page. We have to go forward.
Now, this is a cup of Sumatra, which is Indonesian coffee. This is how I tasted my first cup of coffee. And I just knew from that moment on that I was home. That I love Starbucks Coffee Company almost as much as I love my family. There isn't anything I would not do to defend the company, to preserve it, and to try and enhance it. Their aspiration at the time was to expand to Portland, Oregon. I somewhat persuaded them that perhaps Starbucks' opportunity was bigger, and they needed someone like me.
What is your ultimate motivation? What keeps you going?
Our responsibility to communities we serve and our people is greater in the future than it is today. That's what keeps me going. Our business is based on creating an enduring emotional connection with one another and our customers. And as a result of that, we had to recreate the experience in our stores. We've enhanced the lives of many people who perhaps would not have anywhere to go if Starbucks did not exist.
One of the reasons that makes Schultz a great leader is that he understands the importance of his employees. And by him paying great attention to his employees pay great attention to the customers. For example, the regular customers that come on a regular basis, they're being treated and welcomed as such.
Being an entrepreneur, I think you've got to be open to the world. And you have to understand that there's so many things out there and you never know that there could be something, a little something, that could provide you with a whole new way of thinking, a whole new roadmap. And then as a leader in the organization, you've got the courage and conviction to make a big bet. And I just think we all have to understand that we can't embrace the status quo as an operating principle. We must reinvent our company, because if we don't, we are going to be cannibalized by those competitors. We must self-cannibalize our own business and push towards the kind of innovation that really is breakthrough.
How much coffee is too much coffee?
I drink about 4 to 5 cups of coffee a day.
What do you say when doctors say cut down on your coffee?
To me, they don't say that. they don't say that. Short-term success is not going to build long-term value for anyone. And we live in an age where everything is based on the short term. And I think what we're trying to do and what we've demonstrated is
You had to fight that in your own culture.
We did.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. We should produce one page, and that one page should be the transformational agenda of the company over the next 12 to 18 months. And whether you are a 20-hour part-time barista or a president of a division, you could look at this document and understand with great granularity exactly what it is we were going to try and do, how we're going to do it, and your role and responsibility in it. And that transformational agenda basically became the blueprint for transforming the company. And I want people around me who have that same level of commitment. So we've never been in the coffee business serving people. We've always been in the people business serving coffee.
One of the reasons why we believe Howard is the greatest leader is that he is an inspirational leader. Howard is very passionate and also very consistent. He has been able to inspire his employees, and he has also been able to inspire other people around him through his success stories.
I certainly believe that there is a deep fiduciary responsibility for every business to make a profit. But I think it's a pretty shallow goal if that is your singular focus and that is all that you stand for. And I also believe that you can't attract and retain great people if that's all you're in business to do. So the love and humanity is also about creating a value system in which the company stands for something in addition to making money, doing great things for the people that it employs and the communities it serves. I also believe that those businesses that do the right thing in the right way will make more profit as a result of doing the right thing. Because the consumer has so many choices, and the consumer is walking by all of these stores, and they're seeing all of these things. And my interest is, how could we advance the company? How can we get better? And what else should we do in the future that leverages the infrastructure and the capabilities that we have beyond what we're doing today? We have 200,000 people in 60 countries, different languages, customs, politics, all different types of external issues that we have to integrate into the culture of Starbucks. The culture and values of Starbucks is as relevant and as desirable in Amman, Jordan, and Singapore and Malaysia as it is in Seattle, Washington, because people generally, whether you are an employee of a company or a customer, I think we all want the same kinds of things, and they're universal. You want to be respected, you want to be valued, and you want to be treated in a way that is dignified.
We have some of the finest people in the world serving our coffee in our stores.
Starbucks upholds a culture where diversity is valued and respected. I'm going to talk about the most recent viral video, which happens in Toronto, where they hired an autistic person. In this case, it shows that HowardSchultz, he values not only the cultural diversity of the people, but also different types of people. He gives them the opportunity to work and also to learn more skills.
Starbucks make an effort to create ethical policies not only for the treatment of employees, but for the environment and farmers around the world. As of 2009, they became the largest buyer of fair trade coffee in the world, and in 2010, Starbucks discovered a way to recycle all of their used paper products. Within 3 months of returning to Starbucks as CEO, Schultz did something controversial and unprecedented. He closed all United States locations and retrained 100,000 employees at a cost of over $7 million to the company.
What it was an admission of guilt. We had to stand up to our people and our customers and say, you know what, over the years, there's been a dilution of quality. And to continue like this is a mistake.
This act demonstrated his dedication to assuring that all Starbucks employees were equipped to provide the highest quality of products and services to their customers. In addition, Schultz continually holds weekly and monthly team membership meetings, a process which aims to build consensus, welcomes creative tension, and always tries to learn from the past. Howard Schultz not only models ethical leadership, he communicates and reinforces ethical behavior to his employees, colleagues, and the general public.
Howard Schultz's popular stances on social issues such as unemployment, diversity, and education have led to the rumors of him running for President of the United States. Unfortunately, he dismissed these rumors, even though he received a glowing endorsement from fellow Democrat and billionaire David Geffen. Schultz has been called the people's servant, and I believe his leadership traits would transfer seamlessly into a presidential role, which is one of the world's most powerful positions.